Hi guys, I have another card for you today, and the inspiration for this card was from a die-cut skeleton that I found on my scrap heap. Die-cut skeleton is the piece of card that is left after you have punched out all your dies from it. And today the pattern paper we're going to use is from the WonderLand collection by Mind's Eye, and we are going to use this dark red spotted one. There's a reason why I chose specifically this pattern, and I will talk about it a little bit later. We're also going to use die cuts from the Aspen Frost collection, and I'm going to use this Happy Holidays as my sentiment. The die we're going to use, because we're going to do some die cutting, is this little ribbon thing. It's from the Simon Says Stamp gift box, and it's a 3-part die, and but we're only going to use the ribbon part. And for the cardstock we are using Neenah Solar White together with some textured Bazzil. And the card size is 5.5 by 4. The red Bazzil for the inside is cut at 5.25 by 3.25, and the white cardstock is cut at 5 and 3.5. And for the outside we have the white cardstock at 5.25 by 3.75, and the pattern paper at 5 and 3.5. So that's the paper we're going to work today. But we're going to do a lot of die cutting, so let me take my die cutting machine and I'll be right back. So the piece of cardstock that we are going to die cut on today to begin with is this white Neenah that was 5.25 by 3.75. So it's the white paper from the top side. We're also going to use the little die, and here's the fun thing: we are going to put it through this machine several times, so it's going to go on. But we start. When you do this technique, you want to give a little bit of space around, because we're going to use foam adhesive to put this up, and you want about the size of your foams, or in my case I want it to be about 1/4 inch or more from the border. So we put this in the middle. I'm using some tape to put it together, and then just push it through. And we have our first cut. Just remove this. And now you can always save these ribbons, but we're not going to use them right now. Save two or three of them, because we're going to use them later on the inside of the card. So you can save a couple of them, but you don't have to save all if you don't want to. And then you just put them around your card, kind of evenly spaced, a little bit how you want them to go. And you just continue doing this a couple of times. I'm going to show you one thing, and that is I'm going to use this sentiment at the bottom of this card, so I don't want to do any die cuts lower than this. But that's about the mark that I want to follow. So just move your die and keep on cutting. This is how you end up with all of the different cuts, and the effect you will get is you will have your pattern paper behind. I'm not going to have it flushed, it's going to be a little bit dimensional, so it's going to be quite a cool effect. But we're not done with our die cutting yet. We're going to go back to the front side in a little while, but we're going to start with the inside. And as I said, we have a lot of these left after we have done the cutting out. so I have a lot of ribbons. So we're going to use the rest of the dye that we have, which is the two kind of package pieces, and I'm going to use some of that pattern paper that I had left, and we are going to cut out a couple of packages. And there our die cutting is done. We don't need the cutter anymore, so we're going to move that to the side. Now we're going to start the assembling, and we're going to start assembling these small packages. So I have these different small parts of the packages, and we're going to pick 3 ribbons. I have quite a pile of ribbons because I've been playing around with this kind of card for a while, trying to find the best way to do it. And one of the tips when you do it is you want to have quite a strong pattern beneath, because if you use a light pattern paper, it will kind of get lost behind. So if you use a dark cardstock as the base that you are cutting on, you can use a light cardstock behind. But if you're using a light cardstock on the front, you want the pattern paper or cardstock you have underneath to be quite strong itself, and that's why I chose to use this red pattern paper. Now we're going to piece together the packages, and I'm using my little SIG two-way glue pen for that, which I really like. Where you want to glue on the kind of ribbon part around like this, just the white ribbon parts, because they are the one that will kind of stick the card together. You can put it on the small ribbon part, and then you just put it together. Let's see if I can do it a little bit higher up. And you can actually start with the small part, and you just try to get it as centered as possible on one of the pieces here, and then you take the background piece and just put it in like that, and then you have your little package. So I'm going to do the rest of them. You don't want to get the glue on the loops of your package or your rosette, because that would just glue it onto the surface you're working on. Oops. Push it down. Like that. 3 packages. So let's put the card together, because we're ready for that. And as usual, I'm using any kind of glue pen, using the Crafter's Companion one because they work pretty great. That. We want to glue your packages down to here, so we put some glue package. Now you can put glue on the rosettas. We're going to start up here because we're going to put them over each other, and I want one of the red packages to show at the bottom. So like this. And then the red. Whoa! It's falling apart. Not enough glue on that one. Just to glue it back on again. And then you just put glue. As I said, the glue pen is running out, so waiting for a new one. Like that. And then we have our rosettas down, our packages down in the corner. And we just have to put some ordinary adhesive on this card, put it inside. And there you have the inside. Quite simple, but still very Christmassy. And you can always do the same kind of card for a happy birthday card, just use different colors. And then we're actually gonna start with the inside. Yes, this is a cute little house, but I have more of these, so I can use that on another one. And we put this. Now try to get it as centered as possible. We'll do it like this instead. And as you see, it has about a 1/4 inch border. Now we're going to use our dimensionals. You want to put on loads of dimensionals on this because you want it to be kind of stable when you put it on. So don't be a squinch when it comes to dimensionals. Just use as many as you can, or because then you get them as you see. Now I'm going to remove all the papers on this, and I'll be right back. And now they were done. Now we just put this on, and this has about 1/8 of an inch of a border, so try to fit that as much as you can. Like that. Now we're just gonna put on this one, and we're actually gonna put it on some more dimensionals. So it's a dimensional heavy project. But I'm getting a couple of sheets in the mail, so just using as many as I can. The reason why I don't use gel glue this time is because I want that even feeling. When you do like decoupage, you can round your pieces and make them a little bit bowly, sort of like a bowl. And then gel glue is very, very good because you can make different dimensions at different places. But when you do something like that, you want to have some kind of unity, and it's more easy with foam adhesives. And that fits perfectly there. And that's this week's card. I hope you liked it. Usually you can win it. Be a subscriber and comment down below, or if you're watching this at my blog, you can be a follower of my blog and comment on the blog post. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you liked the card. And to the drawing of the competition for these cute little cards, I had 8 entries, so 8 stars. Let's pick one, then maybe that one, and we'll see. Wrong side. Just and let's see who is the winner. And the winner of my 2 small cards is Just Cards by Sarah. So I will be sending your cards out as soon as possible. Bye!